Yeah, I wanted to come and speak about something real quick. Oh my God, I just got to get this off of my chest. You know, some of y'all don't need to be in social media, and we all know who. Y'all are far too codependent on these. It's a parasocial relationship, and whenever you get through, anytime, first of all, anytime you gotta accuse somebody of stalking you just out of the blue, yeah, you doing that for clout, and I feel that that's a mental illness because I think that there's some people that really want, it's almost like they want to pretend to be famous or something, you know. And there has been a lot of people who have went to Hollywood and thought that they were going to become famous and they didn't. And I never did understand the psychology behind going to Hollywood, trying to become famous. And then when they don't become famous, it's like their life goes downhill and they just can't. It's like it's so weird. There's too many people on here that are way too codependent on complete strangers on the internet. How, you know what? You don't have the right. First of all, a lot of people are acting on here. False outrage, false emotions. And then just to see the amount of people, in particular this one person on here, is really, 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 really going way too far. Everybody in the whole world knows, even though most people are not going to admit it, but everybody in the whole world knows that this person kind of sits around and waits for some kind of excuse to beef with me. Using somebody's brutal murder to do that is like you've literally stooped to an all new low. Like, just admit it, you're obsessed. What are you angry? You can't get angry at a complete stranger on the internet unless that person has done something to you. Like what? Like maybe chasing you around, stalking your life, trying to find out somebody's info. Yeah, that would be a reason to be angry. Threatening somebody's small children. Yeah, that would be a reason to be angry. For you to like keep it going for years, like it's almost like some of these people are so weird and creepy. It's like they didn't have an identity before they knew you existed. Clearly angry about what? Like, did I raise you? No. Bag. And as a witch, I'm gonna be insulted by that, and I'm gonna curse you, which is exactly what I did. Um, apparently, and that's what you deserve. To think that you're gonna ever come on the internet, like I don't. First of all, I already don't like bullies. I don't like bullies. I think bullies are cowards. I don't respect you. You know, you try to bully me, we're gonna have some problems. I ain't never been the type of person to sit back and get bullied. Never. And I ain't never been nobody's punching bag. Never. I ain't never been nobody's doormat ever. But I think it's like legitimate mental illness. It's legitimate mental illness. Like, you're disgusting and you're full of shit. You know, the way you could have proven that you were not full of shit was by turning on your camera and saying, hey, I didn't really know Tiffany Chrisman, but from what I do know about her, I really like her and she's this and she's that. No, the first thing you did was Jamila, Jamila, Jamila. So if it's really about Tiffany Chrisman, what are you bringing up Jamila for? Because you're using it as an excuse to come at me sideways because you can't be a normal person and move on with your life. That's literally the truth right there. Like, that's 1,000,000% truth. For real. And somebody like literally lost their fucking life. Like, we all know who I'm talking about. A couple of them. A couple of them who clearly are full of shit and don't actually give a shit about Tiffany, which is something that I knew anyway. If you actually cared about Tiffany, you'd be not bringing up my name. If you cared about yourself, you wouldn't have been stalking me for 10 years anyway. If you cared about yourself, you wouldn't have been coming at me sideways for 10 years straight. As if it's ever going to be a part of anybody's universe where you're just able to do, like, you got to be mentally ill. A big whiny crybaby. Big whiny crybaby that's not dealing with a full deck for real. Oh, so you expected to just be able to attack somebody. He raised that money for you. What? Why you say he raised that money for you? What the hell? Ain't nobody raised no money for me. Who are you talking about? I'm talking about people that are supposed to be loving on Tiffany and they like Tiffany so much, but yet, I'm sorry, the last thing that I was thinking about was a stupid ass YouTube beef that means nothing. Like, but some of these people are puppets, though. So, you know, last thing I've ever been thinking about is a YouTube beef. You know, throughout the years, I don't give a shit about a YouTube beef. You know, you are full of shit if you are full of shit if you have came on here and did anything of the sort. You're full of shit. That's a fact. I mean, a lot of these people already manipulated the fuck out of Tiffany, manipulated the fuck out of her, threatened her several fucking times. Trust me, she knew you wasn't her real friend. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, oh, I love her so much. You know you didn't. You used her. You exploited her just like you're exploiting her right now. And I just think that's disgusting. You know, it is. It's so utterly disgusting. That woman was brutally fucking murdered. Brutally murdered. I know the extent of the brutality because Tiffany was like my sister. And for days, I felt pain in all of the areas where she was stabbed. I felt it. This is a fucking mess, man. I'm telling you. How disgusting. And then people don't know how to give it up. Give it up. You are never going to. Like, you're never going to be able to carry out what you want to carry out. If anything, you're just going to drive yourself into the fucking mud. This woman was brutally murdered. And keep in mind that I am pissed about it. I am pissed about it because I didn't know how bad it was. Yeah, you know what? Tiffany was the type of person that didn't like to be alone. She didn't. And if I was still in her life when her and Paul parted ways, she would have called me. She may not have met up with no fucking Eddie to try to fill the void of whatever Paul did. All of that I blame on all of you, these two people, especially these two women. Please keep that in mind. I don't give a fuck about your made for YouTube TV bullshit. I am pissed that you people tried to drive a wedge for entertainment purposes on YouTube. And now she's dead. Do you understand me? Like, I'm not fuckwittable right now. I'm not fuckwittable right now. I wouldn't fuck with me right now. Seriously. I think it's time for y'all to either shut down the bullshit or stop mentioning my name and Tiffany's name. I don't care if Kat wants to go back and forth. Leave Tiffany's name out of y'all shit. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. I'm serious. These people, you know the reason why you don't give a fuck about the fact that she's gone? It's because you don't know her. You never met her. This is a person that I spent a lot of time with. A lot. Years and years. Whether or not it was good times or bad times, but it was mainly good times. So I know the gravity of the fact that she's gone. And you don't, because you don't know her. And I think it's disgusting. I think that some of these people, what they need to do is they need to pretend I don't exist at this point. I know you got OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, obsessions. But I would suggest for your own good, for you to forget I ever existed. Yeah, that's what I would do if I was you. I'm not answering any questions about that. I'm not. Y'all need to get out of people's personal business, man. For real. I'm not answering any kind of questions like that. That's a stupid question. Why would I not let Tyree see his sister? I ain't never not let him see any of his siblings. What the fucking hell? That's what I'm talking about. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave my family alone. The fuck? Yeah, you know what? And I tried to do it the fucking nice way. Years ago, I tried to do a nice little move on white candle spell. This was back when I didn't have a lot of, well, I had experience, but I was still being nice. Here we are 10 years later. You people still attached. You need to detach. You better please believe that I'm pissed off about the fact that Tiffany's dead. I don't give a fuck if I never saw her again. To know that she died with that kind of brutality, you know how much that hurts? And then also to blame myself, I blame myself. Of course I blame myself. And you people that I don't fucking know, I don't even know you. And I don't care to know you based upon what I've seen and went through. And I'm just not the type of person to let somebody drag me down. Ask Tiffany. She know how I am. She knows how I am. If you ain't about to drag me down, I'ma drag you. Okay? Yeah, I know you the type of person that think you gonna run somebody into the fucking ground. I swear to God, you don't know who or what the fuck you are dealing with. You dealing with somebody that had a lot of peace in their life prior to running across you. You know what? For the rest of my life, I'm gonna always find that peace. I'm gonna always want to obtain it because that was my life before. And then now that somebody that I cared about was murdered with such brutality, and I know that her death could have been prevented. Think I'm happy about her being dead? But what, you think I'm disloyal and fucking evil and conniving like you? Think I get off on shit like that? The last thing you want to do is fuck with a cancer while they grieving. Y'all need to move on. Because as far as I'm concerned, the only people that are real to me are the people in my real life. Y'all not real to me. I don't give a fuck. I just want to turn you off like a computer program. But then if I turn off YouTube, if I close out the app, or if I ignore you, what are you doing? You're photoshopping pictures. You're talking shit. You're lying. So I can't just turn off YouTube because you still putting dirt on my name. So then it make me want to shut you down completely. And what do you think? Do you think that I think or I believe that you had the power to murder anybody that I love? Just like that crack whore over in Ohio claimed that she murdered my father. You think I actually believe that? Knowing I know my parents are some of the strongest people that I know. So I don't believe you have any power. And I never will. And I'll never be afraid of you. I'll always think of you as a weak ass cowards. That's what I always think of you. And what I think is what matters. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing I give power to. So, do I think you have the power to murder anybody with magic? No, no, I don't. Not at all. So you're not threatening to me right now. You're just really, I've like, you've gotten on my fucking nerve. Like, my patience with you people has ran the fuck out. And I ain't saying I'm gonna show up. I ain't no crazy bitch. But my spirits will show up. They will. They'll show up on you. I had one of y'all trolls texting me talking about magic isn't real. Witchcraft isn't real. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, well, y'all stalking me for 10 years is kind of like the number one proof that it is because, boy, y'all don't have power. Y'all chase it. Y'all don't have wisdom and knowledge. Y'all chase it. But leave people the fuck alone, man. Shut the fuck up. Be quiet. Why don't you be quiet? That's what y'all need to do is just fucking be quiet. And I'm already pissed off about y'all making video like it. What are you trying to irritate me? All right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you full of shit. Totally full of shit. Okay? I gotta go. This is disgusting. I sat back and I watched and I said, where in the fuck did all these crazy people come from? Alexis. That's where all you crazy motherfuckers came from. Y'all all act the same. It's very bizarre. It's like she finds people that don't really have their own identity. Sick. Tiffany had her own identity. She did. All right, I gotta go. And quit trying to front like Tiffany's anywhere near you. To you fake ass readers, stop trying to make it sound. Why would? That's what I said about Nipsey Hussle. Why in the hell would Nipsey Hussle pass away and go to a ghetto mold filled house to talk to Alexis? Quit fronting like Tiffany would hang around you like her spirit. Why wouldn't her spirit be around her children? See how stupid y'all sound? God, I gotta go. Get a life.